first down at the Chargers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze leads this one with Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
All day, just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Rivers. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
Chargers 7, Saints nothing.
On is the Chargers punter now. Marcus Sherrill's deep for the Saints. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute match.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. A.J. Klein, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd and 14.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Tighten down. There you go.
Rivers now. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze, and the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant direct.
And he's going to go down again. Thomas Davis. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Hey. Whip. Watch the whip.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Thomas Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Breeze. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with he's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off at Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in-route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
March 47. March 47. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.